guys? This is Brandon Beckrich here. We're going to do a little bit of a day in the life. Typical day for me in the off season. Go through some of the things that I would normally do, from prepping meals to training to playing with my dog, Romeo. Going to go to my little boy's soccer game in a few hours, and then probably hit up a contest tonight with some of my clients where they'll be competing and stuff. So should be a good day. We're going to get some good information, talk about a little bit of training, nutrition, some supplementation, and put out some good info for you guys. I cook all my proteins day to day. I don't like reheating them. No real reason for that other than preference. Just because when you heat up chicken or beef or steak, it gets real chewy. So I like to cook it all fresh. It's just preference. A few meals left today. We're gonna do a couple of meals with lean beef, which is the 96% lean, and then 2 meals that will be chicken. I don't do a lot of fish in the off season. Again, just preference. I will do shrimp. I can eat that all day long, so sometimes I'll implement shrimp as a little bit of a leaner source. I'll put that around my workouts from time to time. So nothing crazy, nothing real fancy. Chicken, beef, asparagus, spinach, and some garlic and pepper seasoning. So we like to keep things simple. I don't worry about sodium too much in the off season either, because I usually sweat my ass off on a regular basis. So sodium is a key element. Keep that in there. A lot of people are afraid of sodium. Unless you've got like high blood pressure, then I would say keep the sodium in, especially if you're active. And if you feel like you're prone to water retention, one of the things you might want to look at is actually your sodium intake. Where if you're not taking in enough sodium, your body will hold on to water as opposed to expel it. So consuming sodium, if you're taking in enough water, will actually make your body rid excess water weight that it might be holding. So as for cooking all my proteins and stuff, I always grill. Again, just a preference, but it's also a lot easier cooking, especially if I need to cook larger amounts. I can cook more at once, but I grill every day of the year. Even if it's snowing, I'll bring the grill right up to my back door. So strong, baby. I got spinach for 2 of the meals for my vegetables. I have some asparagus right now, a steamable bag. So that'll be 2 other meals. And then jasmine white rice will be in this meal. Post-workout shake, what we'll do, I'll break that down later, but it'll be some Isoflex, and I like to do raw oats post-workout with blended up in ice and everything, just for texture. But it's a complex carb, nothing crazy, but that'll be pretty much the carbs for the day. So meals are pretty basic. We'll throw in some MCT oil as well, coconut oil. I never used to cut up my food before I would prep them, but since I'm busy, it just makes it that much easier when my food is readily available. Up. There you go. It's like, I don't like laying down, it's too much work. I don't share food with my son, but I'll give it to my dog. Dad, can I have some? No. I'll get some to Romeo. He's like, what the hell? And that's that. Alright guys, we're at my local grocery store, Stratton Van Til. So we're going to go and do a little grocery shopping, pick up some protein, carbs, and tell you a little bit of what I'm eating. So let's go ahead and take a look. Sushi. It's going to be a nice little post-workout treat for today. See, out in Chicago, we don't have a lot of real fresh sushi places, but this place inside of the grocery store is actually pretty bomb. So I always take advantage of it. Appreciate it. Kind of lean ground turkey. It's not the leanest, but it's cost effective and it's just a different kind of flavor. So I like to throw this in my diet once in a while in the off season, just for a little extra calories, change of texture, change of pace, something like that. So it's just a nice mix up rather than chicken. These are the secret blueberry English muffins. So are these pumpkin spice. Egg whites. Another boring ass bodybuilding staple. And steamable asparagus. So a little bit of a breakdown of some of the stuff that we got today. It's all odds and ends, but nonetheless, it's stuff that I still eat on a regular basis, pre-contest or off-season. Really the only difference between off-season and prep is mainly portions and nutrient timing, a little bit in cardio for the most part. So we got some egg whites, got some lean ground turkey, mushrooms, pico. Those aren't necessities, but they're just stuff that I like to add in with my meals, give it a little flavor, change the pace a little bit. Chunky peanut butter, again, just an off-season, a little bit of an off-season thing. I got a couple nice New York strips. Probably cook those tonight or tomorrow. And then some asparagus. I like the steamable ones. I don't like doing fresh. I just more convenience than anything. Just pop in the microwave and that's good. And then also the sushi. So I'll probably do that post-workout today. But English muffins and some bagels, like I said, and some flank steak, or some skirt steak, I mean. So it's all pretty basic. Like I said, it was just a quick trip to the store. I wasn't running out. There was a whole lot, but I go to the grocery store a few times a week just to avoid not having any space in my refrigerator. So, and I feel better spending $100 at a time instead of like $300 or $400 at a time. What we're doing now is heading over to the indoor soccer field. My son Jackson, he's 9, has a soccer game today, so he just finished his outdoor season for the fall league. So this is his first indoor game of the season, but he's been playing for a few years, so he's real big into soccer. So this is a typical weekend thing when I'm in town. You know, I'm just going and catching the soccer games, practice twice a week, stuff like that. So you'll be able to see the psychotic soccer moms and soccer dads that take the game way too seriously at a young age. Probably see me get frustrated. What's up, guys? We're here at my gym, World Gym in Cherryville, Indiana. It's where I work at, it's where I train at. So we're gonna go in, train a little bit of shoulders. I'm gonna throw some tips at you guys, talk about some of the things that I do to build delts, maybe work around some injuries and prevent injury as well. So let's get to it. Alright, everybody, that's it for delts today. Just a little bit of a recap on what we did. I started off with a hammer strength lateral machine, lateral raise, and what I do with that is I usually hit 4 to 5 working sets, very minimal rests, and what that does is drives a lot of blood into the muscle, really gets a mind-to-muscle connection going, and kind of sets the tone for the rest of the workout. Sometimes I'll start with a pressing movement, but a lot of times I like to start with a lateral raise because the medial delt is the target area of which I'm trying to improve upon the most. So I do multiple exercises that are going to target that area. Second movement, we did rear pec deck, and then we also did behind the neck machine press. So it's a bit of a superset, targeting the rear delts, a little bit of front delt as well. But again, rear delts are a specific area that I'm trying to improve upon the most. So I'll do a lot of supersets with that, or I'll do more volume, more frequency with those with that particular body part of the shoulder. Following rear flies and behind the neck press, we went over to dumbbells. Again, just rapid fire, 4, 5, 6 working sets. I went up in weight as opposed to down, so pyramiding up in weight. It just creates different stimulus for the muscle, more blood in the muscle, just breaking it down a little bit differently rather than starting heavier and going lighter. After that, we did some hammer strength shoulder press, traditional. Went a little bit heavier. I keep my reps partial on a lot of my pressing movements because I have long arms, and I feel that going partial movement is going to keep more tension on the muscle, less on the elbow joint. And then after that, we finished off with some front raises with the barbell. Nothing crazy, 95 pounds. Really focused on initiating with the anterior delt and keeping it tight all the way through the range of motion. That was all we did today. It wasn't anything crazy. That was more of a pump volume day. Later on in the week, I'll hit shoulders, and it'll be a little bit more heavier compound base rather than more lateral raise and volume. So twice a week I'm doing shoulders right now, and today was more like my volume day. All right, everybody, that's it for a day in the life brought to you by A1Supplements. You've seen all the fancy cars, the big houses, the fancy jewelry, the day in the life of a bodybuilder. It's a typical weekend for me, getting in some workouts, doing a little bit of work, some family time with my kid, and watching the soccer games, doing those kinds of things. So not too interesting, but hopefully you guys got some entertainment out of it and got some good tips at the gym. Until next time, this is Big B signing off.